What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Chop. We back. Today we're doing a Stream University recap. I was totally there. I was there, but I wasn't there. You feel me? I felt like I was in the background with everybody. If you don't know what Stream University is, it was an event held by Kai Cenat, aka the Twitch King right now. It was a 4-day event where he got small streamers, larger streamers, all in the same room in one college, and basically ran a large RP, as they say, or role playing of college. You feel me? I would say it didn't go without any hitches, but I would say the event the whole weekend was like an 8 out of 10. There was some things I wish he would have improved. There's some things I wish he would have changed, but there was a lot of things that I agree with what he did. So we're gonna start off with the easy one. Let's start off with things I would keep. First thing, things I would keep at Stream University. First one, keep in the middle of nowhere. One thing I would say, the smartest thing Kai did was keeping it in the middle of nowhere. If this would have been in New York, I promise you it would have got shut down a day in. People would have ran into the spot. People would have raided the spot. He did perfect by putting bump nowhere. Next year, he needs to keep it in Wyoming, somewhere that nobody could drive to. It's going to take him forever to get a flight to. Make it hard for people to come find these people. There wasn't enough time to buy a flight to get there. That was perfect. When Raw was getting pressed by that random in Cleveland, Son said, "This is my city. I don't even know where we at, so you saying that don't mean nothing to me." Second thing I would keep. It was a good mix of small streamers and big streamers. I would say it was a 12-90 split. Obviously, there was a lot of TikTokers, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people who are bigger on different categories other than streaming, but they were smaller streamers in comparison to other people. The big streamers did a good job of going around, getting a pulse check on the smaller guys. One person that stood out for me was Tyler. I feel like he changed the entire tempo of things because once Kai acknowledged like, yo, Tyler's going around doing exactly what I asked him to do, then people started like, all right, let me just get into people clip. Let me start speaking to people. I feel like it was a brother connection that Tyler knew because I'm pretty sure Kai probably broke this down to his mans, Dez, Punga, and Tyler. He probably broke it down to them exactly what he wanted to do with this Stream University thing. And Tyler took it and was like, all right, let me go do exactly what his vision is and try to make that come true. After the first day, it was GG's from there. Next thing I would keep. Kai did a perfect job of pairing the right creators in the same room. One person I want to point out is Ray and Toto. That was a perfect combination. It was hilarious to see two people who do not speak English try to communicate to each other in English. That was fucking hilarious. Another one, obviously you got the couples in the same room because it would be a little crazy for couples to be in separate rooms or in a room with another roommate, you know what I mean? But Reggie with V Boogie was a perfect combination. You feel me? Two city kids that know how to, you know what I mean? They funny, you feel me? It was a good combination of what he had. Kai knew what he was doing beforehand. That was like watching Minions arguing, watching Ray and that's what I'm saying. It was hilarious because neither of them know what they were saying. With Ray, he don't have like perfect English. He has like slang. He has Slanglish. Like he speaks in like slang. Everything just sounded like gibberish when he was speaking. You feel me? So I feel like that was perfect. Providing equipment for every content creator. That was Chef's kiss. Nobody had to come with their own equipment. Nobody had to go without equipment. Obviously, there was first day issues, right? There was a lot of people who simply wasn't IRL streamers. Like if I were to wake up tomorrow and say I want to be IRL streamer, I don't know where to start. Providing them the equipment to do it, no matter how good the quality is or whatever, it was a beautiful choice. You feel me? Everybody got computers, everybody got phones, everybody got a tripod. Everybody had the opportunity to stream and do what they had to do. And the last thing I would say, which Kai pulled off phenomenally, only streaming pre-planned events. What I mean by the pep rally, the award ceremony, the actual coming in day, signing on day, that was all perfectly orchestrated in my opinion. Because let's be honest. If Kai streamed that entire weekend, people would literally only watch Kai. If Kai streamed that entire weekend by himself, everybody would just be watching Kai. So to mitigate that, Kai streamed for at most 2 hours a day, get a quick run recap, let everybody know where he's at, what he's doing, and then let everybody disperse. He dispersed his audience to different people. People obviously went to Talil, DDG, all the other people, but people started going around to the smaller guys. Let's go into things I would change. I only have 4 things I would change. It's not much, but first thing is I would add an angle for gaming content creators. There was a lot of people who, granted, wasn't the best decision, but there was a lot of people that were just sitting in a like dorm or whatever, and either playing games or just watching other people stream. You feel me? And then I did my research because for some reason I know life this whole event. I did my research, and a lot of those people that was in their room, they were mainly gaming content creators or smaller content creators, like 100 or so followers or something like that. I would give them like an angle to like get their gaming shit off. You feel me? Like I would have like, I know Agent was teaching his actual class. So I would have had Agent do some gaming content when he wasn't teaching class, so people had that angle. You feel me? Because there's a view base for people who like gaming content, and there's a view base for people who like IRL content. He had to balance that out because there's some people who just simply they like to play games. There was one girl on there that she was only playing 2K in her room. She would go to class and then come back and play 2K. You feel me? Now, yeah, that's her steez, but you're not there for that. You feel me? I see a lot of people saying there saying, "Oh, if I was at Streamer University, I would have did this and I would have did that." Let's be honest and let's call a spade a spade. If you was a small streamer with no more than 500 followers and 10 concurrent viewers, you was not doing anything different that they wasn't doing that day. I promise you, you was gonna be in your room as well. These are the first time these people are running into all kinds of people that they probably looked up to, people that they wanted to be like, people that they wanted to get as big as. And this is the first time you threw them in a room and said, "Hey, go make content with them." You're lying if you're saying you was gonna do anything different. Next thing I would do, a real cooking class. I felt really bad for Cooking with Kaya because I could tell she really came in with plans and intentions to teach people how to cook. You know, I didn't really know much of Cooking with Kaya. I already knew about the whole meme of her, you know what I mean? She put a plate in front of you, throw a little rolls in the back, and then she start cooking, right? That's the most I know about Cooking with Kaya. I felt real bad for her because she looked like she really was interested in teaching a class how to cook, and there was just nothing there for her to cook with. Next time I would have her, if you're gonna have somebody who's gonna run a cooking class, have the cooking equipment there for her to run the class. You feel me? That's like chicken, you know, whatever she asks for, you give it to her. You feel me? You don't even gotta get like stoves and like that. This is like Bunsen burners. You feel me? Hot plates or whatever. Let them cook or whatever. Obviously, you run insurance risk or whatever, but have people on the side to do it. You planned this far, you might as well plan the whole thing. More interns to balance out Rakai, Dota, Speed's little brother, I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I would have more younger creators to balance out the young creators. You feel me? Rakai is what, 16? Dota is probably 16, I believe. Jamal is 16. That's his name. Jamal, he's probably 16. I would have more intern students to balance it out. I wouldn't say make the whole campus a bunch of kids, but more intern students to just balance out the 3 children on the campus. You feel me? Maybe 10. You know, they could be in a separate league. You feel me? Just like how you had teachers, you had students, make them interns. And the last thing I would have, more employee-based, you know, submissions. Nurses, a nursing office, RAs, APs. We already had a guidance counselor. That was good. Janitors, that was good. I wish we had more janitors. You feel me? Some people that like, they're not there to stream. They're there to like be funny real quick. You feel me? Like I would have probably had the TikTokers be that. You feel me? Like, all right, let me get a quick joke in and that's it. You feel me? People who don't need the stream, who don't need to stream, like Kai. Like, you don't need to stream. You got the bread. You're already where you are. You're already established. I would have probably had somebody big be like a nurse. Have somebody big be a RA. Have somebody big be an assistant principal. Like, I know people want to talk shit right now, but I would have Phantom as an AP. You know what I mean? It would have been a good idea. That's more of like a nitpick. It really felt like college because there was a lot of, you know, bullying dynamics and shit like that. It was that one girl that was bullying Ka Uwu. I mean, you gotta chalk that up to the game. Do I feel bad for her? Yes. I feel like they jumped a little too far on the right because not everybody's bullying her or whatever.